Heyo, folks, what up, everybody? Tonight we are gonna do a little bit of a streak. I just want to show you guys how I do my streak. I know there's been a lot of talk on how to do it, but I'm gonna start here. I already started actually. This is fight number 3, and I'm just gonna go through my roster. Usually I go with 330 champs, and that's how I'll start. So, and then something that I learned from watching Brian Grant's video, I really like him. Shout out to him, because I've learned a lot from him and Seaton and some other folks. But anyway, here we go. This is for my alliance, Tooth and Claw, and yeah. So we're just gonna go. I'm just gonna go ahead and just go through. I'm not even worried about, the class. Whether it's favorable to the class or whatever. I'm just gonna go ahead and try to get to fight number 5, and yeah, and that's pretty much it. So you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna do too much talking. I just want to kind of set it up. Again, this is fight number 3. I'm just going with 3 different classes and trying to get to fight number 6 so I can max the multiplier. You'll see what I'm talking about once we get to fight number 6. And this is for the T4B arena currently that's going on, that started tonight. Alright, obviously I'm doing too much talking. I'm going to pause. Let me pause talking and just focus on my gaming here, because this is usually not how it works. I'm kind of getting beat up here, but I have my max too. Alright, Hawkeye, get out of here. Alright, here we go. Well, I might as well I just feel like it's too quiet, right? Just some other thoughts as I play. I'm not again, I don't want to talk like the entire time, but maybe just a couple of pointers. So the whole point is to try to get to fight number 5, or actually through all the fights as fast as possible. And I'm not running suicides. I know you can see that, but because right now we're doing Alliance Quest, and I did try to run suicides concurrently, but it wasn't really working too well, so I had to take them off. And anyway, this is just T4B. I think I could do without suicides for a couple of days until AQ is over. I know the Voodoo arena just ended and round 2 starts tomorrow afternoon, and I'll probably turn on suicides like midway through that, because I really want to get Dr. Voodoo. But for now, we're just gonna go ahead and just knock out these guys. The whole purpose is to get the T4B hopefully today or early tomorrow, so I'll be ready for the Dr. Voodoo arena. Yeah, obviously I'm not going as fast as Brian Grant usually does it. But by the way, he is the man. Brian Grant, I have to give it up to him. I mean, according to him, he hasn't spent any money whatsoever in this game. I know I have when I first started out, and now I'm just trying to save as much money because I'm flat broke. But You know, so definitely not going to spend any money on this game anymore. It's not worth it. Like Brian Grant endorses, you know, it's free to play. You do have to do a lot of grinding, but it is possible to get everything you want. And you just gotta be a little patient. That's pretty much it. And I always say this. And I always say this to my alliance, Tooth and Claw, one of the best alliances out there, if not the best. Doesn't matter if we're not number one in the game, but still. Anyway, shout out to Smorganism. He's our leader. Slick Nasty. He's one of the other officers. Joker. We got a pretty good team. Anyway, this is really for them, but you know, obviously anybody who watches this, hopefully they get something out of it. You know, maybe we'll see each other in war. So I did notice something too, like regarding suicides. When I did have it on, my fights would last probably 7 to 12 hits maybe, and many times I don't even have to use my L1. I just end up just kicking their asses without even getting to the L1. But as you notice, that's not really happening here. It is a little longer, but yeah, so you know, depending on what you're really going for this, I don't think you really need suicides. It's only a couple of days, and you know, depending on your roster, you can get it, you know, get this done rather quickly without even having to use suicides, in my opinion anyway. Yeah, be careful here. Yeah, you know, this guy's L2 sometimes is a little tough to gauge, but sometimes I can clear it, sometimes I can't, but it's whatever. As long as it's not AQ, you know. And AQ, I'll just try to block it unless it's the last node on the left-hand side in AQ. Obviously, it's unblockable, so it's a little tougher. You can't just stay there and take it. You just kind of have to try to evade. Alright, so we're up to fight number 5. Still, my strategy is just to use 330s. You know, depending if who's available, I will use you know, 3 stars, but not always. I want to try to get as much points as possible. So the 330s kind of get me to that point, I guess. And again, notice that I use different classes. I don't worry about the synergies or anything like that. If it happens, great. You know, that's how it goes. So I don't have to do anything here. I don't have to rearrange them or anything. I try not to rearrange them the first 5 fights because it's not really necessary. If I lose a fight, that's okay. Obviously, you know, I'm trying to get to that infinite streak. So. That wasn't cool, Electro. Let me see if I can kick his ass now. Hey, Iron Patriot, man. Look at that. 11 hits. Taking out Electro. Yeah, poor Iron Patriot, man. He doesn't get no love in this game. I don't like him either, to be honest with you, but yeah. Just in arenas, of course. I probably won't get him to 440 anytime soon. Unless I had everything, like all, you know, everybody maxed out, maybe I'll do it then. I do have him as a 5-star too, which I will use, obviously, for the points. Hey, look, Doctor Strange making an appearance. You know, after the nerf, I was so pissed off. You know. Doctor Strange was one of my main guys on my AQ team for a long time. I'm sure he was for many players in the game. And they just, I mean, they just totally, I mean, I know some folks out there are probably still using him, and he does have some utility, but it's just, compared to how he was and now what he is now, I mean, it's just horrible. You know, I mean, I guess it is what it is. Hopefully, you know, when the community banded together, that was awesome, by the way. Hopefully, you know, the community will band together as often as possible to make sure that the wrongs are being righted. I know Kabam needs to make $1. That's why they're in business. But still, you know, it's kind of uncalled for. This guy, man. Well, it doesn't matter. You know, I still won the series. I'm not gonna worry about it. You just gotta keep on going. All right, so now this is where it gets a little, you know, it's a little different for me. Again, I have a roster. I have like approximately 12, I think, 12 5-stars. So if you've been playing this game long enough, you realize that the 5-stars give you a lot of points. It doesn't matter if they are great or not in the game. That doesn't matter. The point is, or what rank they are. I think most of my guys are maxed, like they're 135 or whatever. You'll see. So let me go ahead and that's not good. But anyway, this is the part where I would go and show you. So you see my Captain Marvel, Iron Patriot, Star-Lord. They're all like 135. Yeah, I mean 125. Sorry, so 125. So you know, it's not crazy or anything. But what I would do here is I would just take 2 of the lower rated 5-stars, and then, you know, pair them up with a 4-star, or usually a 440. Sometimes I'll go with a 330. It's okay. And then I'll just go that way to try to bang out as many points as possible. But obviously they're not ready yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and just use 440s until I get to, I want to say, fight number 10. It might be a little tricky. I don't know. I have to see what the computer gives me. So if the AI starts giving me some crap, yeah, you know, it might be time to pull out the 550s. And just because you have, let's say, 3 550s doesn't mean you'll win every single match. I mean, it helps, and it's definitely needed. Because I have seen where the opponent, like, they'll add somebody like Jenser or Brutal DLX. You know, those guys are like, you know, top of the food chain, legends in their own right. And they have nothing but 455 5-stars. So, not cool. Alright, well, there we go again. There we go. Alright, so, thankfully got out of that. Hopefully you guys like my sign. I actually did that on my own. I drew it first, and then I inked it and colored it, and then did a couple of different styles, and then I finally settled on this. But let me know what you think. You know, if you think it's cool. You know, my name's Blackhawk. At least that's my in-game. My real name's John. Okay, let me just leave Black Widow alone. Come on, hurry up. One of the good things about having suicides on, for those players that have been, who are veterans of this game, you know, the AI will not wait to use their specials. You know, like, if you have suicides on, they will usually use it at the L1 and the L2, but they won't wait, you know. Like here, I had to try to bait him, or bait her. Here we go again, trying to bait out her L2. You know, Scarlet Witch is not as good as she once was also, just like Doctor Strange. But still, She still hits hard. And I should be able to finish this fight anyway, even though I got her. If I could just stun her. Nope. Okay. Nope. Not easy to stun, I see. Alright, screw it. Alright. Not too bad, not too bad. So we definitely won this series. Yeah, so. Man, I really wish I had those 5 stars recharged. They make it go a little faster. Getting to the milestones, that's for sure. One good thing about 13.1, I'm sure a lot of Android users like 13.1, at least for this, is that you know, you don't have to wait a long time to ask for help. Oh my god, it was driving me crazy. It would take like a good 30 seconds, maybe more, to try to get you know, to when you press the button and ask for help, to actually go through. I mean, it was unbelievable. So you know, that's one good thing about Command. They're usually not Johnny on the spot, but what can you do? Oh, damn! Yeah, let me get that out of the way. Wow, you gotta love Storm. You know, she's underrated. I wanna say, like, she's not, at least the 4-star version. You know, a lot of people. I only have her at 440, but maybe in the sometime not too distant future, I'll get her, you know, maxed out. I have other priorities, but yeah, you saw that, right? Her L2 is just unbelievable. So much damage output. And that's great. That's what you want. I think I saw a Seaton not too long ago when he did his legend attempt about I think it was a group quest or something. I don't remember. The King group quest. And he used, if I'm not mistaken, he used a 5-star Storm. Or maybe I'm confusing him with Brian. But either way, the point is she has a very high damage L1, L2 especially. You don't even have to wait for her L3 unless you're fighting someone that's obviously OP. You know, then okay, yeah, you know, try to bait them out and try to get to that L3. But honestly, many times you don't have to. I would imagine, I guess in LOL you would have to do something like that, but I haven't done LOL, so I'm looking at that. Maybe I'll try it in a couple of months, trying to save up credits. I got a lot of potions, but I think I don't have nearly enough. And I've heard from different people, and I've read online that, you know, it takes about 2 Odins, maybe even more. Plus, you know, everybody talks about Star-Lord. Oh yeah, you like my Immortal Iron Fist? Guys, Immortal Iron Fist, I think to get him, and I got him and the 3-star, that's the 4-star version, and I got them kind of like back to back, like within a day or two. And I think I thought I had read this somewhere too. Like you have to, the chances I think go up when you have most of your roster maxed out. I'm not sure if signature level goes into play. I don't think so, but I think if all your 2-stars are ranked, or your 2 and your 3-stars are maxed out, which all of mine are actually. Before I got these guys, all of my 2-stars and all of my 3-stars were maxed out. And you know, luckily I got them, both of them. Of course, it would be nice to get the 5-star, but I have a feeling if my theory is correct, then that would mean I would have to max out all my 4-stars, which is not, as you already know, that's not gonna happen anytime soon. I don't even know if the big guys, who've been in this game for a long time and who have invested a lot of money, if they even have all their 4-stars maxed out. I'm not sure if they even want to. And actually, I'm not too sure if a 5-star exists of the Immortal Iron Fist, but I want to say that it is. I think I thought I saw his face when you open up the signature stones, I guess. But anyway. Here's another underrated character. Not Venom Pool. You know, he's alright, I guess. But who's that? Captain Marvel or Miss Marvel? Ah, shucks. But at least I'm still in the fight, and that's what I was about to say. Like, so, I mean, that was the L3, but she has a pretty badass L2 also. She's immune to poison, and I think that's it. But she's pretty badass. I think, you know, she's not too bad. Of course, I don't have her as 440 or 550. So, but I'm just saying, guys, she's pretty underrated, I think. Miles Morales, gotta move that out of the way. Agent Venom, I've seen a lot of folks use him. He looks pretty tough. I know he's tough in AQ, and sometimes I just hate fighting him because when they got him on that node, I don't know what node it is, but he doesn't like to use his L1, or he doesn't use the L, like, you know, when you're timing your fight, he's not using it as fast as you want him. So you kind of have to bait it out, and then if you're not careful, you're gonna get hit. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm by no means I'm not, you know, the best in this game by far. There's a lot of things I gotta practice, like intercepting. I think I'm okay, you know, trying to stun. Like, this is my strategy. I just try to keep them, you know, on the other side of the map. On the other side of the screen, and just work them. All right, so obviously, that's not good. And so there you go, guys. Like, you know, this is a problem I have. So blocking. Of course, I should have evaded that, but oh, not good. I should be able to make it though. That's good. That's good. It's gonna be close. Woo! Wow. Alright. Well, yeah, like I was saying, you know, my skills aren't that great, so I think I'm okay, you know? But, definitely need to practice a little bit on holding my blocks. What it is that I try to, as soon as, you know, when I get hit, I try to break the hitting, the defense, so I can, you know, back away from the opponent. It doesn't work that way all the time, so sometimes I get away with it, and sometimes I get punished, just like I did right there. All right, so far it's not too bad. I've been facing some okay opponents. not anybody maxed out. The fights. Oh, here we go. So this is okay. So this is how it's starting. You can see 19,000, 19,000, 20,000 PI, and my PI here is just 11,000. But I have decent characters. So what I'm gonna do is, and I hate Mortal. I still haven't found a good way of fighting him. So I'm not even gonna worry about them. And like, you know, Brian Grant's philosophy, and I subscribe to it for the most part, is just go with the first opponent, which is the 1973. The summoner is Kivilata 310. So shout out to you. Here we go. We got one mutant. Let me just move that. All right, and I think this is decent. So here we go. So as you can see, this is the beginning of where the fights get a little bit, you know, more challenging. Of course. Okay, awesome. All right, great. First fight, not too bad. Magneto is not too bad. It's just that sometimes his L2, if you don't time it correctly, I mean, it'll mess you up. And Hyperion. Oh my God, I don't know anything about this guy. I'm a big comics fan, mainly like 80s and 90s. So I'm not too. It's not taking out too much damage, as you can see. See, and he's already on his L2. Oh, I jinxed myself. Oh wow, look at that! Not bad, not bad. Hyperion is one of those guys that I think I will max him out. He's already at 440, and I don't regret it one bit. I heard a lot of good things about him. So, and his power gain is just unbelievable. I mean, I hate fighting against him. So, if you don't have like a vision, usually I use a vision against him. See, that would have been a good time to intercept. I am lagging a little bit, as you guys can see. I don't know why. I'm literally next to my my Wi-Fi, my router. So probably there. So. Thank you. Woo! Cutting it close. I know. Alright, but we're still in it. We're still in the hunt. We're trying to get to that infinite streak. To that infinite streak. Man, I really wish I had those 5 stars ready to go. Because I was messing around in these arenas. As you can see, I already maxed them out. I was thinking about going further, but then I realized T4B is on, so T4B is definitely more important. Alright, so I think, what do you think, guys? Alright, so since the opponents are getting really strong, I'm just going to go ahead and start using 550s and mix it in with a 440. So Rogue is 440. That's a good team. Alright, here we go. Yeah, let's just stick with the first the first fight. So here we go. So I'm taking on Fresh and Easy Legend. I don't know what alliance that is, W or what or Y, I guess. I don't know what that is. But here we go. I got 2 class advantage matchups, so that's not so bad. And I've gotten to a point where Gwenpool, or actually, oh, this is Iron Fist, not too bad. Alright, I'm just gonna, the screen keeps, let me turn the auto brightness off. It's coming in and out. Hopefully you guys are sticking around. Hopefully I'm not talking too much. And I'm trying to get to fight 15. Understand if you guys want to, you know, if you don't want to stick around the entire video, this is kind of long. But really, again, this is just another show, another video to kind of show you how to get an infinite streak in the T4B Catalyst arena. Oh, by the way, guys, Rogue is pretty awesome, and I mean, I have some other mutants that I want to take to 550. For example, Iceman. Hopefully, I don't have him, but I wanted, once I get him, I'm basically saving for Iceman. I already have Archangel, and he's already maxed out, but he's not awakened, and I don't think he needs to be awakened because he's such a badass. But Rogue, wow! I mean, I didn't know too much about her, and again, shout out to Seaton and Brian Grant. I think they did do a spotlight on her. And she's pretty good, guys. She's pretty good. Okay, so OG Ultron. Rather try to bait him out. Oh, man, I talk too much crap. All right, let me just use my L3 on this side. Magic. Oh man, she's another one, right, guys? Before the 12.0, nobody was really liking her, you know? Okay, I almost messed that up. Thank you. Woo! Fresh and Easy almost had me there on that last fight. But, alright, all good. Magic. She's the bomb. She's my new Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch was so awesome back in the day. I have her at 440 because she's still pretty good. But obviously, I mean, if I had enough catalysts, I would probably take her to 550. Class catalyst. That's what I mean. All right, so we're already. What is that? Fight number 10. I think we're up to fight number 11. So I'm gonna use the same tactics. So 550 mixed in with a 440. Because I want, the whole point is, guys, I'm trying to. All right, here I'm going. Oh, I'm gonna fight Fresh and Easy again. Might as well. So what I want to try to do is get through the entire 15 fights in one go. Using who I have, because you cannot, and without having to recharge. I don't like to spend credits unless I have to. So what I really want to try to do is just get to 515, you know, and just kind of take it easy. Wait for them to recharge on their own, and then start again. That way, I'm not exhausting myself, you know, by continuing to fight. Now, unless I make it to 515 or even 516, and I still have like 440s available, maybe even a 550, maybe even a 5-star, 135, then I'll keep going. But usually I'll just stop. I just want to get to that you know, fight 15, fight 16 with all my top guys to get into the infinite streak. Gwenpool is a great offensive weapon, but defensive, I don't think she's that great. I mean, once she does that, you can see I'm already, yeah, my masteries are set a certain way anyway. Like I do have assassin fully maxed out, so you know, obviously that's going to cause more damage at the end of the fight. But what I'm saying is, if you just do her L1 or even her L2, her L1 is a little easier to evade than her L2. But that doesn't mean you cannot evade her L2 also, and I don't think it's that bad. But so yeah, so the point is that she's better suited as an offensive weapon. Man, I would love to get this guy one day. He evades just as good as Spider-Man. Nice. Woo! That's why I got him at 550. Some people don't like him all the way up there, but I guess he's not as reliable as a 550 classic Spider-Man, but man, he still does some damage, as you saw there. All right, so far not too bad. We're ready up to fight number 12. You see my Archangel. Woohoo! I also have Nightcrawler. I gotta say, so what are the best classes? What do you guys think? Maybe it's the skill, but I'm really liking the mutants. So we got Cable and Colossus. I'll just stay with Colossus. Rhino. I hate Rhino, but what I'll do is that. The other Spider-Man, the 5-star Spider-Man, is unduped, so should be easier to fight. I just don't like Rhino that much. He's such a tank. So, like, I haven't done my due diligence on whether or not Archangel is better awakened or not, but so far, look, he's already started making Rhino bleed. Not gonna do anything there. I'm just trying to just bait out his L2. You saw that he got the neurotoxin. He's got poison on him. Here we go. Here we go. Look at that. 105. Man, look at that. Nice damage. So do I have to awaken him? I don't think so. Maybe in the near future if I have enough awakening gems and whatnot, or if I dupe him on a crystal. But that was pretty good. Pretty good damage. All right, as you can see, I think I'm running out of 550 champs. So I think what I'll do is once I reach my max 550s, I'll just, you know, I'll stop it for now. But I think you guys get the point. You know, again, this video is just to show you another way of getting to the infinite streak. It's a little bit more challenging, I guess, because, you know, I don't do the whole 2, 3, or 4 stars and then 1, 2 star or something. I don't know. It sounded weird, so you know, I'm hoping this is a little simpler, but yeah, obviously the challenge is challenging. Alright, I took a chance there. Usually I don't go ahead and try to get the opponent to the L3, but I just took a chance. I know Spider-Man does a lot of damage anyway, so on the L2. I feel like this guy is gonna wait to use his special. This is what I hate about arenas. If you don't have suicides on, I already mentioned this before, they're going to hold out, and it just prolongs the fight, and you're like, oh my god. And I get it, you know, you just want to get through the fights as fast as possible and get your T4B. You know, you don't want to have to wait here, oh my god, you know, a few minutes to try to bait this guy out to use his special. But so far, I got lucky. It's not always the case where they just hold their L3 and not use it. So, you know, thank goodness for that. Alright, fight number 13. Let's see where we are. We just hit another milestone, if I'm not mistaken. Nope. Okay, I thought we did. So my 5 stars are still recharging, so unfortunately you're not going to see that part. But that's okay. I have enough for one more fight, I think. It's a little tougher to do, but... Alright, so this is one thing. So I changed a little bit from... I'm just going to do it like that. I don't care. So, this is where I digress sometimes from Brian's philosophy. So, I know he likes to go with the easy fight, but again, I'm going for points. I'm trying to max out points. I know it was probably not that much of a difference. I think it was like by 2,000 or something like that. But I also like the challenge. So Spider-Man is such a punk. So I haven't figured out really how to evade his L1. I've seen a few people do it, and I've done it myself. It's just, whew! Spider-Man is very tricky, as you all already know. Alright, so I'm at a class disadvantage here. But I think I can get this fight. Not like that. Not a good sign. Ugh. There we go. You gotta be careful too. I mean, I got lucky twice already. I don't know if you noticed, but they're not in a defensive, like right there. They're blocking stance, right? That's when you want to try to hit him, right? I'm not gonna try to hit him now because he's at his L2. He's almost about to do his L3, and I'm trying to bait him. But what I'm talking about is, let me see. First, let me see if I can bait him. Come on, I don't got all day. Hit him one more time. Oh, feel like, nope. Alright. Maybe I'll get lucky. See, when he's open like that, I don't really like attacking him because they intercept you. Well, probably a little over my head on that one, but I gave it a try. If I had my suicides on, it'll probably go a little better. But that's it shouldn't have to be like that. I mean, come on. Alright, here we go. This should be a win regardless. Alright, see? Wow, you saw that? Oh, not bad, not bad. I mean, I've seen, obviously, more damage output from other champs, but that was good enough. Got us to the fight. But, alright, so on the L2, if you noticed, I moved as soon as she made contact with that bomb or whatever it was. That's when I moved. And actually, there's other characters that if you're trying to get better at evading their L2, another one is Hulk. I noticed that once they make contact with whatever, I think Hulk makes contact with the ground, and in Gwenpool's case, she made contact with the bomb. Then, all right, so this is a little different. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use Scarlet. I should be fine. Yeah, it looks okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna stay with the first one. I'm not even gonna try. If I had all 550s, I would go with the harder match, but I don't want to take a chance. Let me just go with this. Let me keep on going. I'm not gonna be able to get to the infinite streak right now, obviously, because I don't have any more 550s. Because I'm afraid that in 515, since I'm out of 550s and I don't have no 455s available, they're just gonna give me, I'm gonna face a team of like nothing but hard champs, and they're all gonna be, 555 or 455, right? Well, you know what I'm saying. Not exactly what I wanted to do, but this is another underrated champ. Is female Thor, but okay, I guess you could do it with her L2 too. So usually what I do is I just get her L1, and if I could get it off, then I just hit the guy and stun lock him. And she hits pretty hard. And I have her at 440. I'm not willing to take her to 550 just yet. Again, other priorities. But she is underrated, I think. Mystic class. It's really the Mystic class, the Mutant class, and the Skill class that are like the top three, They have more utility. They have more, damage. They're good, in defense. I guess you could make a case for the science to do that. So, like, a lot of people say World War II cap is good for AQ. Definitely not for defense, but so it's kind of like limited. They have like certain roles, like the Jugs. I mean, not the Jugs, but like Rhino, and I would not think like Abomination would be good, but on defense. But yeah, I mean, most of the awesome characters, the ones with greater utility, are these: Mystic, Skill, Mutant. Alright, come on, Magic. Let's go. Do your thing. Oh, nice. Alright, take it. Wow, she still hasn't used her L2. Alright. So one more fight and we'd be at the infinite streak threshold. See, all I have left are 1 440, which is Big D, and then everybody else is 3 stars. So I'm not going to even try it. So I guess that's it. That'll conclude this lesson, if you want to call it that. You know, it was an attempt to get to the infinite streak. I wanted to show you guys with my 5 stars how to do it. But as you can see, there's plenty of time left. So, you know, maybe another time. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know I did a little bit of talking, and you got some good notes. If you have any suggestions, I'm always, you know, open for suggestions or any pointers. You know, please feel free to comment below, you know, and hit me up. All right, thank you very much. You guys have been great. Let me see how we do this. Have a good night.